The role of the NCCE, their function, coupled with their powers, are stated in the Constitution. The National Council for Civic Education is a constitutional establishment. By that I mean the 1997 Constitution. So, but the office actually started operations in 1998. So from 1998 to 2022, the NCCE has gone through a lot of works around its mandate, which is to educate Gambians on the laws of the country, to also inculcate the understanding of those laws in the people, as well as democratic principles and practices. Also, it's also responsible for the development of programs and activities, and also implementing those programs and activities, and to, of course, educate the Gambia on international matters that relate to the country. So, but the most prominent of the works that we're doing is they are in line with educating the people on democratic principles and practices, and also on the laws of the country. This time that we are in, March 2022, we are in the period of parliamentary elections. But when it comes to election, like you said, what have you been doing in terms of election? In the recent times, for far too long, the work has a special focus on elections. But then, just to put it into context, we started some the recent ones from the by-elections that were held in Nyamina West and the northern Nyamina West and Jokadu Ward. Jokadu Ward, the ward councillor resigned, and there was a by-election. In Nyamina West, the parliament, the National Assembly member who was there got disease, and then this called for a by-election. So we were there during the by-election, coming to the presidential election, coming to the voter registration, to the presidential election, and then here we are, parliamentary election. So parliamentary election, as I am sitting now and talking to you, 2 of our teams are already in the field, meeting communities, and then I and someone else are here going to meet the radios. This is Sahel TV. I just came from GRTS, and that's the way we do it, going to the radios, going to the TVs, talking to the people on their constitutional rights, on the election that is coming up, the need to have peace, what is expected of them, what are their duties, and all that sort. But basically around, and also informing them about the political process as it progresses. It was nomination, right? Before, calls were made for people to come for forms were filled, nominations made. Now, and then after the nomination, you have reconciliation of campaign itineraries. And then, as we are speaking now, campaigns has already begun. So people are on campaign. So at this time, what should people know? That is the focus right now. It has always been the focus. We usually give special emphasis to the time that we are in. So if this is election, we will talk about, of course, many other things, but we give a special focus to like, for example, if this is campaign, we give a special focus to what the law, the Elections Act, the Constitution, and other relevant laws are saying about that time, about the ethics, the code of conduct. What are the ethical standards? What are the moral standards that should be observed? And then the failure, what is the consequence, or what may be the consequence for a failure in the non-observance of those things.